welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my two favorite things in the whole wide world, which is traveling and plants. Anytime I go somewhere new, I love to find new planty places to check out because I think it's so fun to see what plants are available in different parts of the country or the world. I wish so badly that when I was traveling around Europe I would have stopped into some plant shops, because a lot of the plants that I see people own in Europe I'm just so excited about. But since I live in the United States, I do get to do a lot of within state traveling. Sometimes I take an international trip with my husband, but that's usually once or twice a year at most. So whenever I'm traveling within the States for work or with family or whatever, I really enjoy finding local places to plant shop and look at what they have. I made a few plant videos when I was visiting Florida, and that was incredible. I'm actually going to Seattle, Portland, and San Francisco, so there will be more plant travel videos to come in those. But I wanted to share with you how I find planty places when I'm traveling. So unless you're traveling to somewhere with a really big downtown network, you're probably going to have to do a little bit more searching for plant shops. So one of the ways that I find local plant shops wherever I am is I go onto the website workhardplanthard.com, which is a blog owned by Christine, who also owns the Instagram Work Hard Plant Hard, and she has a page on her website called Planty Places, and basically it's this huge long running list of planty places, plant shops, botanical gardens, planty coffee shops, really anything that is planty, and it's a really great resource to find places wherever you're going. So it's broken down by state, and there are a few international destinations as well. I'm sure that she'd be really happy to keep building that as a resource for the plant community. You can probably just send her a message or an email and tell her about some new planty places. I've done that before and she updated her website pretty quickly. The next thing that I do whenever I'm looking for a planty place when I'm traveling is I go onto Instagram and I check out that city's plant hashtag. So if you didn't know, I actually started a hashtag network where basically you put your city and then indoor jungle, and basically what happens is you use that hashtag, hopefully other people in your city use that hashtag, and you can connect with each other to trade plants, go to plant shops together, or just exchange tips, advice. I know that there's been a lot of people that have already connected through it, so if you are interested in doing that, you can just type in your city name plus indoor jungle and search that on Instagram to see if anyone has already started one for your city. You can also search for cities in your general area, and also if you're going to a specific country, you can go onto my highlight bubbles on my Instagram page. I have a huge bookmarked network of people in a bunch of different cities broken down by country with their indoor jungles. So if you are looking for a personal recommendation, I think that's a really great way to do it, right to the source specifically. But of course I also use Instagram by just putting a question bubble on my Instagram stories, and then surprisingly enough I'll get responses from people even if they don't live in the city that I'm going to. Like when I went to Florida, there were a lot of people who weren't from Orlando, but they were from other parts of Florida who were recommending things to do in Orlando that were planty. The people that live there are a really great source for that kind of stuff, and I would really recommend utilizing them and finding community in that space. When I went to North Carolina in Raleigh, I actually met up with two people that live there, and they showed me one of their favorite nurseries, and it was just so much fun to meet them and talk with them, so that we became friends IRL, plant friends IRL. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, obviously you can just ask for recommendations. I always leave it open to hey, we can meet up there if you want, if we're both free at the same time. And I should say that if your city does not have a hashtag yet, I really encourage you to invent it and tag me in your post when you do post about that hashtag, because I will add it to the highlight bubbles on my page and you'll get a little feature, and I just think it's a really great way to meet people in your area. Like I said, there have been several people who have come to me and said, oh my gosh, I used your hashtag system and I met someone and we hang out now and we trade plants. And that's just really what this is all about, and I'm so excited that people found someone near them to have a plant community with. The last thing that I do when I'm looking for a planty place when I'm traveling is I do a good old Google search. Now, sometimes it's a little bit confusing because not all nurseries are proudly declaring that they have houseplants, so if you're unsure whether or not they have one, like if you can't see pictures on the Google reviews, you can obviously call them and ask if they have a houseplant section, and usually when I call and they don't have a houseplant section, I don't go there because it probably isn't going to interest me anyway. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it is helpful in your plant searching endeavors when you're traveling. Traveling and looking at plants is the best. If you do have any additional tips, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear how you find planty places when you're traveling. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!